Hey, good morning. This is the May 7th, 2024 RPRC meeting. It's 9:31 a.m. and we're going to convene the meeting. The first order of business is the adoption of the April 16th, 2024 minutes. They're attached to the packet. I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
Let's say.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. All right, first up, Two Banks Farm Road. Or in addition, we have the applicants here. Get in. John?
Yep.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Good. So first up is Two Banks Farm Road. Do you want to take us through what you're proposing?
Sure. I'll take over the screen.
Got the packet?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the packet.
Bank
I
Farm?
don't know
Yes.
whether the packet's better or my drawings are better, but we can. Do you want to see photos first?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the cute little house.
Yep.
That's the garage, the accessory building. So
Yep.
like, this is the right side. This side of the house is facing Banks Farm Road, actually. That's the under part of the deck. This is the other side of the house that faces the wetlands.
Yeah.
This is the piece that we want to kind of rebuild better than it is.
Yeah.
This is the rear of the house. So it's a small house.
Mhm.
And then if we go back to the accessory, it has this accessory garage.
It's right off the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I can, so this is what it looks like now. So we're proposing, renovating it to make it look more attractive and a little bit more functional.
What's the garage used for, John?
The garage, the previous owner did upholstery, so it was his shop and it's a two-car garage. We're going to use it as an art studio and a two-car garage. Not go too far. I guess this. So they just go, okay, so I don't know if I close this up. So what we're proposing to do is an addition over the existing house for a second floor to do a master suite, 2 bedrooms and a hall bath. And we're converting this bedroom that was on the first floor into a 1-car garage that's attached to the house so that you don't have to walk to every car outside. And the front porch is just being fixed up the way it is, and this room is being rebuilt because it's on stilts, the ceiling's low, it's not greatly built. And this is the accessory garage. There is a wetland line. The stream is the wetland, and the wetland line comes across. I may need to go to the survey for them.
It's the dark lines of stream.
Oh.
Yeah, in the back.
Because the
All right,
stream,
so John, disturbance is limited to, ground disturbance is limited to where the rear addition is, right?
well, I mean, we're really not changing the footprint of the house. but
No, you're gonna be digging a real foundation there and everything,
we're doing
right?
it on piers. We're gonna build new piers, so we're not doing a whole new foundation, but we're gonna redo the piers and reframe the whole thing. The real disturbance is, I think, the septic.
Okay,
Right, I think on his septic, we have to go look at Peter's stuff. Unfortunately, Peter's not on the meeting. Because right now the septic is up in the front.
right.
And I think Peter's proposing to do the septic out in
Yeah,
the,
but I thought you were keeping it out of the buffer, no?
I believe it was out of the buffer.
Yeah.
Uh,
So the new two-story addition at the rear of the house, you're gonna build on piers? Is that what you're
No,
saying? You're not,
it's not, the rear is not a two-story addition. The two-story
oh, it's
addition
not.
is over, well, let's go to the drawing.
All right, so you're just rebuilding that.
We're just rebuilding it as still being a one-story. So right
Got
now,
Okay,
this is a bedroom that it's on a crawl space. We're gonna fill it in and make it the garage. And then the porch is staying the same footprint. We're just re-roofing it and fixing it up. This is the
Okay.
piece, as we go around the house. But
but that garage is not for a vehicle, is it?
this one here,
How are you getting to it?
we're gonna extend the driveway to right now there's a parking area there. We're gonna just extend it to the front of the,
Can you show us how that's gonna work?
right now the driveway comes and parks like this. So we're just gonna extend this. And I think we
Oh,
had
I see where you extend it. Okay. Yeah.
And
Got
then
it.
I think we had talked about taking out some of the other driveways. Like I think this might have been getting shrunk. So
Okay.
we're modifying it. So
Yeah,
that
I
one
see
drive,
it.
that's why she doesn't have to walk to every car is not,
Yeah. No, I get it.
and we're not doing a big garage.
Alright.
Because she already has one.
All right, do you want, let's go over the elevations, see if Sue has any
Okay.
comments.
Okay.
And we
So
can talk.
this is the front of the house, which really faces Bedford Bank Street.
That,
This is a side that faces this side is really what faces Bank Farm Road.
Yeah.
Which is really the side of the house. This is the rear. And this is the piece we're rebuilding up here. We're just gonna flip the roof the other way and make it a true 8-foot ceiling. And then this is the side that faces the stream.
any thoughts? Yeah, okay. All right, so on the studio,
Okay,
John,
let's go to
you
the
just
studio.
have to, the building department's gonna need to look at that, make sure it's not not an apartment.
All right,
Are you
so this
putting
is
a
the plan for the studio here.
Yeah, it's a full bath, right?
We're planning on putting a full bath. If it can't be, we'll make
Yep.
it half a bath.
No, I didn't say it can't, I'm just saying what you're showing.
Right. So she's gonna use it as an art studio. We're planning on, since the building is masonry, we were gonna go back and do a stucco finish on it. Replace all the windows around it on the back. I know they're longer windows, but we thought shorter windows made more sense for just getting light in the place. And then on the front, we were gonna do a metal like awning roof instead of that mansard thing that's built onto it. And
Yeah.
replace the garage doors, do a double door into it, and then just do a new double window.
And the health department looked at all this in terms of bedroom count and everything?
Peter is working on that.
Okay.
So, I know he's working on that, and I'm not sure where there were two options. One was to leave the existing septic in the front that is 2-bedroom. And
Studio?
and then have the new one in the back for the
Okay.
bedrooms, or he may do a 4-bedroom in the back and abandon this one. He was still
Yeah.
working it out. I'm not sure how far he got. I know he's dealing with the health department with the tests and everything.
Okay.
So
And now we deal with the stream. So generally, can you go back to the site plan? So there's not a huge amount of disturbance,
Yeah,
right? They're rebuilding the rear. They're gonna expand the driveway, reconfigure the driveway a
Right.
bit.
the rear is in the buffer, right?
Yeah, Yeah, the buffer line is a good portion
It
of.
looks like the buffer line intersects the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you, yeah, let's see. Scroll down a little bit more,
Sure.
John.
I was looking at my original because it's easier to read my original than it is to read the computer one. So,
Yeah, so I'm just trying to see where your 100-foot buffer line is.
well, I also have an issue here with the corner of this room with the setback line.
You have an issue with the corner? What?
I have an issue with rebuilding this room with the 30-foot side yard setback, right? Side yard.
If is it over the side yard setback there?
Yeah, it's showing it over.
Oh, then yeah, go through the ZBA.
I don't really see the buffer line.
Wasn't that on
Yeah.
here?
It's there, I don't think it's there. Is it? Over here.
Is that the buffer line?
No, it's more than.
This is, no, this is the
That's
setback.
that's the
Setback,
yeah.
That's the setback,
So he's
yeah.
saying he's within the setback here by
Yeah.
2 feet probably.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the one that has the wetland line.
Yeah, well, it's past the house, so it's the whole thing.
So with the wetland, I guess the question is it administrative or is it?
Yeah, we have to talk about that. Any thoughts, Jane?
I don't know, it seems to me it's probably enough of a buffer intrusion that conservation board would want to see it.
All right. Yeah. And planning board, no, I don't. think so.
No,
Yeah.
either number of applications we do.
Yeah.
just,
So why don't, I'll make a motion, well, any significant engineering issues we should discuss?
Just stormwater, you know, if he's increasing it, you did talk about offsettings in a way, but, you know,
I
show
don't think
that.
he's increasing the impervious surface by any significant amount.
Yeah, if he could show it, I think, you know, he was confused, yeah, where the garage was probably taking into account of that asphalt, health department,
Yep.
wetland permit.
All right, so then I'll make a motion to send this to the ZBA along, and then process wetland permit as admin with conservation board review.
So that means what, a conservation meeting or?
Yes, Jane thinks that this is something the conservation board should weigh in
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
Well, there'll have to be some sort of a mitigation plan.
Sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll make that motion. Does anyone want to second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so no planning, no ARB, but you're gonna have to go to the zoning board for the rear yard variance.
Okay,
Since you're demoing it and putting it back. And you will need to go to the conservation board to deal with the wetland mitigation plan.
okay,
Okay,
okay, so those are the two boards we need, okay, and then building department.
and I'll put this all together and you can look at the determination letter this afternoon.
Okay, all right, we were working with somebody for a mitigation plan, so we should have that shortly.
Good,
Okay,
okay,
all right,
then you're here for the one
I'm
too?
here for the next one too,
Sterling Road North, that's you?
that's me,
Okay, so why don't you just go into that now?
okay.
Is that the first house on
Yeah.
the left,
Right,
on the right?
well, if you pull in off of 22,
Oh, the
Up
22.
it's on your-
It's on the right, first
Yeah.
house on the right, okay. Yeah, all right, Showing Road North.
It's a really nice piece of, nice property.
It's
John.
a big piece, it's 3 acres, so it's a nice. it's a
Yeah,
But that's that's the one where they
It's a white
have
house.
nice wall work along 22?
not
No, that's on
sure.
the other side.
No, on the right side, you're going
On the
north.
right side, yeah.
As you're going towards Bedford from
This is
Marlboro.
North Sterling, though.
So you're
which is
gonna-
on the other side, on the.
If you're coming
Oh,
from
it's
the house,
North
yeah,
Sterling.
you're gonna make a
You're
left.
right, You're right,
and
you're
then it's on
right.
your
Yeah, I know who this is.
I make a left,
This is,
yeah.
this
It's
is
a
the
white
White
house
House.
with,
Okay, I got it. I've looked at this property.
Yeah, no, the other one,
Oh,
they
yeah.
stopped traffic on
Yeah,
22 for
right,
weeks while they were.
Right,
working out.
now I got it, you're right, that's.
no, is the owner here?
No,
Annette's not here? Annette,
No.
because she said she was gonna be in, so I don't know, whatever, okay, so if there's nobody in the waiting room for
Okay.
her?
no, just Christopher Crocco.
Oh, okay, so we know it's not him, okay. Okay, so we're proposing a front porch. Right now, there's a portico that's curved, we're doing a new front porch across the whole front of the main house.
Right,
then-
right now, it's a rounded front portico, right?
Yeah. So we're
And you're
changing,
converting,
we're converting it to a full porch across the whole front. I'll
Right.
go to the drawings. And then we're adding, the kitchen sticks out the back of the house. We're making it about 11 feet longer. And then we're proposing
yeah, yeah.
a patio, a raised patio behind the room. So those are,
Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Let me just see if I have any major.
so,
comments.
and then
Talk about-
we're re-siding it, new windows. We're kind of playing with it. So we're doing the new porch. We did the gable in the
Nice.
front over the door.
Exists-
And then we're adding a new railing over the sun porch.
Yeah, and
Right now, there's two
And you don't
basements
need-
that look kind of weird or don't look proportionate with the house, so we're gonna go with 3 double hungs spread out. And then
Hmm.
these stay the way they are. Like right now, this eave line doesn't run all the way across. We're gonna run it all the way
Yeah.
across, so the dormers look a little better than them looking, it just looks weird with the overhang not running through them. And
Yeah.
then we're gonna do the garage and batten board, to give it a little bit, because the house is so long, give it a little bit more look.
Yep.
We're gonna put an eave line across over the garage to kind of scale that down a little bit. And put lights over the doors. And that's the back side of the kitchen addition. And then right now, this kitchen is a shed roof. We're gonna make it a gable roof. This is the addition, this piece is added, to the left of it. And then we're doing a masonry terrace that steps down to the old patio.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
Um,
So this
are
kinda
you
makes sense.
taking any trees down to do this? I don't think
We are
so.
not taking any trees down.
Yeah. Okay, and then there are a couple of outbuildings, and sheds and stuff on the property.
Yeah.
You know, just now's a good time to make sure that those are all legit with the building department and deal with it
That's a frightening thought.
if they don't have it.
How would I find that out?
Just talk to Rob's office.
Okay. Okay.
Engineering issues?
Engineering just, mitigate the increase in impervious surface. Erosion controls, and if you're proposing any grading, just show it on the plan. If not, just specify, that
Okay.
was it.
John, is this house
You need
changed
drainage, right?
owners
You need
or,
drainage for the increase.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
John, has this house changed owners in the last few years, or is this the same folks who've been there a long time?
I mean, she bought it, I think, in, I want to say 2009, no, or
Yeah,
2014.
they've been there. Yeah, okay.
something.
Yeah. These are some nice upgrades.
I
Okay,
mean, they've
so I'll
been
make
there
a
a while,
motion.
but they're not the old person that was there for like 30 years.
I'll make a motion to send this to building.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
all right.
Okay.
Have a good day, John.
You too. Enjoy. Bye.
Chris, hi.
Hey, how are you? You hear
You
me?
got your internet working?
Yeah, I got it. You hear me?
Okay. Yep, here you see you, you're good. So, just so the board has an understanding, this was going to be on our last, or was on our last meeting. We approved it. No. We took it off, right? Yeah, that's what happened.
Took it off. We just made a change to the driveway to add a hammerhead in front. So they
And
had
the hammer. Oh, knew that in your impervious surface comment. But why don't we pull up the plans, Christopher, and we'll go over it.
Sure.
That's, yeah, it's bad. It wouldn't have been that. Oh, thanks.
Yes. You're pulling it up, Christopher?
I'm pulling it up. Yep.
All right, so you're extending the garage, right? You're adding the office and the mudroom. You're relocating the playroom. And you're relocating the master bedroom over the new garage, right? That's what's happening there.
Yeah, we're swapping the playroom and the master suite. So we're
Yep.
kind of making these walls at the playroom. The walls at full height are as you see them. So we're just bringing them out to the edges of the garage. We're also bringing the
Yeah.
garage forward. This way we can provide them a home office. And, you know, also we're putting the playroom homework area back over here. And, you know, it
Mhm.
also frees up an extra.
It makes a lot of sense
for the
functionally.
kids. Yeah, functionally it works really, really well.
Yeah, can you show us the, you have existing and proposed elevations?
Yes.
You have both? Oh, you do?
Yep.
Excellent.
There's the
I like
front
when you do that, Christopher, by the way.
What, put them both on the same sheet?
Yeah, a lot of architects don't, but
Well,
I
for
like when you do.
presentation, it makes sense. For presentation, it
Oh
makes
my
sense.
gosh, it's really, it's very helpful.
Yeah,
It saves a lot of,
Yeah, flipping
Yeah.
back and forth for presentation
Yeah.
makes sense. When we go to construction documents, we usually put them on a separate sheet because we include them in the
yeah,
demo.
but I like how you do it.
Yeah, so this is what we have. We're kind of keeping the front facade of the existing the same. We're just changing the roof to a timberline charcoal HDZ roof. We're changing all the siding to a hardy plank horizontal Arctic white. We're changing the roof over the front and the bay window to just the same charcoal shingles, and we're adding this stone with the water table. With
Now,
the
do you
water-
remember last time, Christopher? Oh, no, maybe you weren't on the Zoom. I don't remember, but we were talking about the height of the stone.
Yes,
And it looks a little odd.
it's completely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand. This was the owner's thought. I don't know, you know, this is what they wanted. I mean, if it was up to me, I would have brought it just to below the bay.
yeah. I think that's what you'd have to do. It looks just too
Yeah.
weird.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I know. You know, sometimes I kind of just they gotta hear it from you,
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So yeah,
that's what
I have no problem with that. I prefer that.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
And-
completely
and
doable.
can you go to the site plan just so we can see where the new space is?
Sure. So we're
Oh, so you're just adding it in the
front.
front. Okay, got.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're providing enough backup here. That's why we're adding this little strip. And because now the
And you had,
backup,
you had on the last,
I'm sorry?
you had that on the last plan.
Yeah, this strip was always here, but they were like, you know,
Right.
we have in-laws coming over. It would be nice to have a spot, you know, that's out of the way so people can still get in and out of the garage. So we
So
put
Chris,
the,
what does that do to your new impervious surface and stormwater? How many square feet are we at now?
we're still under the threshold of the,
250
yeah.
bar.
Yeah, because we went over impervious surface with the addition. And
Yeah,
we added these two things that kept us under. See, we're
Okay.
245 over the existing driveway,
uh-huh.
and then we're minus 83 on the driveways and parking areas.
How are you minus 83 if you're adding the space?
Because so we lost it in the driveway. We lost the 240 here, so we added 126 here and we added 110 here.
Okay. Okay. So you're net less than 250 at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're net less than 250.
Basically a wash. It's not negative 80, but.
It's not negative, but you kind I didn't know how to show it to make sense.
Driveway. Sections.
Okay, so you're good. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be fine. Anyone have thoughts,
The
concerns?
roof
Yeah,
over the front door, is that cantilevered?
Yes, it's cantilevered.
that exists, right?
Yeah, that exists.
See, this is the one, my comment was it would look so much better with a porch, but the applicants don't want to do it.
We
But,
might be better for it though. Who knows, you know?
You're saying it would look better if it was not cantilevered, right?
It's
Yeah, it's just sticking out.
just sticking out.
Yeah, I know.
it needs to be
Yeah,
a little
anchored.
more weighty.
Mhm.
It exists.
How
It was
about that as a
budget-
compromise?
It was kind of a budgetary thing, you know,
No,
and
but
I personally, if it was me,
yeah,
I would
but
do
maybe
the
that,
siding in the stone because the house is just overall gonna look better. I understand the feeling on the portico, but right now,
Christopher,
Yeah.
we get that they don't want to build the whole porch, but I think that Sue's comment of just adding 2 columns in the front would just anchor it, and that is not going to be cost prohibitive.
yeah, but I don't think, Adam, it doesn't come out that far. It's only like 1 foot
Right.
maybe.
That's the
Oh,
problem.
it's only a foot?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
very, very small. It's
Oh.
not like it's cantilevered
yeah,
out
you can
4
see-
feet.
What's the problem?
It doesn't come out very far from the
Yeah,
house.
okay.
I mean, the column would be practically attached.
It would be like a half column attached to the house, which I think
No, I
would
know.
look
Yeah, okay, you're right, you're
I
right.
saw that from you, John. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. All right, so then
Yeah.
I need mine. So I think we're good, right, on this?
Yes.
So I'll make a motion to send this to building.
I'll second.
And make sure they
All in favor?
just do the stone up to the bottom of the.
Yes.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
know
take
that.
comments we had from last time and put them in here.
Okay. You're saving money on stone.
Correct.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I made the motion, Jane seconded, all in favor, aye.
I,
Okay. You're set.
Much, everybody.
All right, take care.
Everybody have a great day.
You
Bye now.
too. 9:58. Close the meeting.
What happened to Sterling?
Oh, okay, so Sterling was on the agenda. But they wanted all the engineering issues to be worked out.
When you say they, who's they?
The applicant wanted all the engineering issues to be worked out with Keller before they come to the RPRC, so they took themselves off. So it'll probably be on the next.
Oh,
Why do you say that?
the neighbors are objecting to the, there's a lot of neighbor objection to this house. And they've called me and they've asked, they've asked me to, represent their best interests at the
Sure.
RPRC
Well,
meeting.
both Rob and I have also been talking to them as well, particular Brian.
Yeah,
Kavanaugh.
Brian Kavanaugh,
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
spoke to him yesterday and he's been in contact with Galena, the
right,
developer.
right, sure, I know Galena as well.
you meant Seymour.
So,
Not
Yeah.
Seymour. Yeah.
yes.
So I say,
Yeah.
Seymour,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so, no, we certainly all, I think all of us understand the concerns of the neighborhood there.
All right, my inclination is that project should go to the planning board if there is that kind of. Sensitivity in the area, should build multiple houses in the area, they're looking like, whatever they wanna say. I think there's an escalation here, but we can deal with that at the RPRC meeting.
I kind of disagree with you, I gotta say.
Yeah.
We can't, just because some neighbors are complaining about a house, she's built hundreds of houses. And none of them have ever gone to the planning board.
I know.
And it wouldn't be fair to her as a contractor to let her get involved or tie her up with her approvals at the planning board because some neighbors are not liking the way the house looks. That's for Sue to kind of look at the neighborhood and say, hey, we just send this to the ARB. Why would it have to go to planning and then cost that applicant all this extra money just to hear neighbors bitch chatter when ultimately she's just gonna get an approval from us?
Well, I mean, the
If it's just
reason
about
would
the
be
look
is
of the house.
if how the house lays out vis-a-vis the other houses, that's a reason to go to planning, isn't it?
There's a section in the code that says that that's what we're supposed to be doing, is looking at a street and doing that. There's a section that explains that, which we could do that here.
Right, but if we do that here and then we decide it should go to planning, of course, of the way it does. Present on the street, that's a reason to send it to planning, right?
We could discuss it, I would think more the ARB, but
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I think more planning for more technical stuff, site stuff, all that. Technical stuff is when we typically send stuff to planning.
Okay, all right, so then.
I would rather, I mean,
we'll just have to
until she
evaluate
makes an
it. Yeah,
application,
let's see
it's
what
hard to
comes
say.
in. Comes
But I
in.
think it could be passed on to the
Let's
ARB.
Okay.
see, what
All right.
house is this?
10 Seymour.
I mean, I think also the fact that you're working out the engineering before it comes here is probably facilitating your argument.
That is,
Wow,
we
wow.
know that is the number one issue of the
Right.
neighborhood.
Right,
And that's why we all felt, that typically these would be things that we make conditions of
correct,
approval.
correct,
But they're so important to the
Right,
neighborhood, we
right.
know,
right.
and so we want that to be on the plans, people can see it.
That
We
might,
want-
that might be a way of solving the
Yeah.
problem.
And I gotta say, she's getting caught up with stuff that existed out there
Uh-huh,
that has nothing to do with her, and everything that she's been doing out there is above and beyond what is
Okay.
required by the town.
uh-huh,
And I feel like the neighbors are really just blaming her
right.
for issues that have existed there
Well,
for
okay.
100
Listen,
years.
Robert, I'm not arguing.
No,
with
no,
you.
I'm just
Yeah.
stating my,
Yeah. I know, I
what I've
appreciate
seen,
that.
because I've been dealing with it
Some-
tremendously.
Sometimes I don't always agree with you when you argue against something going to planning, but in this case, I know Galena well too. And I can appreciate the argument that we shouldn't let the neighbors drive it as well.
Yeah,
It's, I agree with
and I
that.
think if you said something to, like, if you said, well, I don't like the way the house looked, maybe it needs, I think Galena would just be like, okay.
Yeah.
She's not one to argue with anybody.
No, she doesn't want to deal with the boards. She wants to get through the
Yeah.
boards as quickly as possible. I know
And maybe
that.
it's something to tell her now and bring this information up to her. Maybe we have a pre-meeting, Adam, with her and just kind of.
Yes, it's scheduled for tomorrow.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. And just kind of give her a heads up of maybe you need to change the style a little bit, to help.
Right, they were
avoid some of
concerned
these
about the, one house looking like the other one,
Yeah.
looking like the other
Well,
one.
totally legitimate issue that we're
Right.
gonna.
Her houses
Right.
look alike.
Right, yeah,
issues. She's a cookie cutter type, like she
Yeah, I know.
has one plan and she
Yeah, I
kind
know.
of sticks to it.
I know.
She doesn't like changing things up.
Yeah.
Because it's just more time.
Yeah.
She builds these things in 8 months.
But let's, when we get the application, we'll review. it.
Right, right.
Okay,
What time we meet with her tomorrow?